wasallam. رَبَّنَا وَلَا تُحَمِّلْنَا مَا لَا طَاقَةَ لَنَا بِهِ وَاعْفُ عَنَّا. Pardon us. Ya Allah, lovingly forgive us. وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا, and cover our mistakes. Our mistakes are many, just cover them. وَارْحَمْنَا, and show us love and mercy. What is the order? What is the benefit of this sequence? وَاعْفُ عَنَّا وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا وَارْحَمْنَا. When you make a mistake, if my wife makes a mistake, I am what? Angry. Yeah? If I make a mistake, my wife is angry, my mother is angry, somebody's angry. The first thing is, I don't want you to be angry. That's the first part. I don't want you to be angry. And that is covered in the word afu. Al-afu is actually forgiving someone out of love and letting go of the anger. When you let go of the anger, that is called afu. If you say maghfirah, yeah, that's fine, I won't need 10. If you say maghfirah, you forgave someone, but that does not mean the anger is gone. Okay? You forgave someone, but the anger is not gone. But if you do afu to someone, then you forgave them and the anger is gone. And then after you have lovingly forgiven us, then on top of that cover our mistakes. وَاغْفِرْ لَنَا, and please protect us and show us love and care. وَارْحَمْنَا means two things. Don't let us fall into sin to begin with. Keep us in your protection. Keep us in your rahmah, so we don't make the mistake to begin with. And second of all, once we have made the mistake and you have forgiven us, keep us in your rahmah, which means keep us in Jannah. And then once فَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ, then aid us against the disbelieving nation. This is the last 2 points I want to make, but they're probably the most important. When you say, Ya Allah, don't hold us because of if we forget or make a mistake. Ya Allah, forgive us. Ya Allah, show us mercy. Is that about you or is that about someone else? That's about you. When he says, فَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ, is that about you or someone else? That's someone else. Aid us against the disbelieving nation. So there seems to be a conflict, yes? Part of the dua was for you, and part of it is so you can get help against the enemy. The question arises, why do you have an enemy? Why do you have an enemy? The Muslims have enemies today, yes or no? Yeah, sure. Did the Muslims have enemies at the time of the Prophet ﷺ? Yes or no? But it's not the same. It is not the same. The Quraysh were enemies to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, even though he was the kindest, softest, and they were enemies to him because he taught the message of the Quran. He taught that all human beings are equal. He taught that children have rights. He taught that women have rights. He taught that parents should be treated with respect. He taught that no tribe is better than no other tribe. He taught that no race is inferior to another race, and this is why he had enemies. Today Muslims have enemies, but we don't have enemies because we say all people are equal. We don't have enemies because we say we have to treat parents better. We don't have enemies because we are the best in character and we say everybody should be fair in business. As a matter of fact, Muslims are not very different from non-Muslims overall in their behavior today. Non-Muslims, if they don't care about their parents, where are Muslims today? If non-Muslims are racist and they think some races are better than others, what about Muslims today? We have that problem or no? If non-Muslims think wealth makes you better, if you have wealth, you are better. If you don't have wealth, you are worse. And Islam came to say your money doesn't mean anything. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. That is the only thing that matters. That is the only. يَوْمَ لَا يَنْفَعُ مَالٌ وَلَا بَنُونَ إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. The only thing that matters is what you have in your heart. Today the Muslims live like that or no? Nope. And you know the proof of that? I don't want to blame governments. I don't want to blame countries. I'll talk about you and me personally. When you want to get your son married, do you look at the race? Do you look at the money? Do you look at these things? Because they have to be good enough for us? Or do you look at the character? Most people say, well, if they have money and they're Punjabi, they must be good. Must have character automatically. The way we seek sons for our daughters, daughters for our sons. Pakistani ladies, I'm Pakistani, so I make fun of Pakistanis because I have the right to. I don't have the right to make fun of Bangladeshis or the right to make fun of anyone, but I can make fun of myself. So I do it. You're looking for your son. You know they say in Arabic, Al-qirdu fi aini ummihi ghazal. Right, I'll say it in Urdu. Maa ko to khota bhi farishta nazar aata hai. Okay? So your son, ugly son. He looks in the mirror cracks. Okay? And you want to get him married. And you go and you find, auntie, I know, you find this girl, her nose is too long. This girl, her chin is too short. This girl is not white enough. Have you seen your son, lady? But you have to check the color of the skin. In other words, we have enemies, but we don't have enemies for the right reasons. We have enemies for the wrong reasons. The ayat of the Quran apply. فَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. When you have made enemies for the right reasons or the wrong reasons? The right reasons. And the right reasons are when you stand up for the integrity, the principles of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When you make enemies for that reason, then yes, ask. فَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ. When you don't do anything the messenger did, and you say فَانْصُرْنَا عَلَى الْقَوْمِ الْكَافِرِينَ, you're making joke of the ayat. You're making fun of the ayat. I even argue when they make fun of the Prophet ﷺ in these cartoons, some of these people are evil. They are evil. And they make fun of it no matter how much they know about Islam. But a lot of people make fun of Islam not because they make fun of the Prophet ﷺ. They don't even know the Prophet ﷺ. All they know is Muslims. And they see Muslims acting crazy, so they assume Islam must be what? Crazy. And that's when they make fun of Islam. It's not because of the Prophet, it's because of Muslims. رَبَّنَا لَا تَجْعَلْنَا فِتْنَةً لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. Don't turn us into a fitna for those who disbelieved. SubhanAllah. This ummah has a long way to go. Here's my